called intentional. So what comes to mind when you hear the term intentional? On purpose, money, very good from Suzanne's talk. What else?
The key to asking questions is to ask the right question to get the most amount of information with the fewest number of questions.
What were some of the things that changed from the first one to the second one? $5,000, yeah. Besides that, what else changed? What did you hear or see that changed? Smile. How many smiles are bigger? Right? What else changed? Did handshake change? A little firmer? Not to get away? Anybody have this kind of motion where you held on for dear life during the handshake and then sort of put your other hand out and towards you? Looking for the advice?
Barney fight. Okay?
Man in a suit.
Man in a suit. Car salesman.
If you didn't have that attitude and tried to coach people toward incident injury-free, it would affect your ability to coach them, right? Do you think they'd be a little bit more resistant to your coaching if they could tell you weren't real committed to it? Yeah, it's really true. Now, other folks out there may not necessarily be as committed to it as you and I are. So the first thing that we have to do is we've got to check our own attitude about our own commitment toward it so that it comes through our coaching.
Intentional is to do things with purpose and on purpose. We're going to be talking a lot about that, and it really makes us understand that to achieve more with less, it can't be a reaction. It can't be somebody else controlling our time or someone else controlling our life in order for us to be able to achieve what we want to do.
Let's review again. We're going to come to a coaching situation with an attitude of caring. That's going to open up lines of communication so that we can coach. We're going to implement the coaching model by first giving them a compliment, and then we're going to coach and ask for a commitment.
It means outcome focused. If we don't know why we're about to do something, don't do it. Because it's going to be a reaction to somebody else or something else.
If you really care and you're genuinely interested in that person, you won't coach them and then walk away. Right? Because then that demonstrates a different attitude from the one that you're talking about. Right? And if somebody says something in words, but their behavior demonstrates something different, which one are you going to accept? The words or what they do? What they do. Right? So if you see that kind of situation, then help out. If they don't have a pair of gloves, lend them yours. Whatever you can do to show that genuine interest.
A lot of folks who say intentions are the same as being intentional. Do you believe that's true? No, because we have good intentions of doing things. It doesn't necessarily mean we're intentional about bringing them. I'm here to tell you that without fear, there can be no courage.
How many of us consider ourselves salespeople? Now, if you and I, as salespeople, have a picture in our minds of Barney Fife or the guy selling the used car or the shifty guy, what do you think the general public perception
So
of sales?
what the definition of courage is the strength to take the first step in the face of fear. Now, what's fortitude? We don't hear the word fortitude said a lot. But here's what fortitude is. Fortitude is the strength to take the second and the last step in order to accomplish the purpose you set out. The definition of intentional is outcome focused. Everything that we do is with a purpose and on purpose. We talked about that there are 9 key principles. There are 9 keys in order for us to live a more intentional life. That there are possibilities for us to live more intentionally if we take these things to heart. That we don't build balance in our life, but we build consonance. We build harmony. We build agreement among the 9 areas of our life and make them work that way. That we see our lives in a systems thinking approach. That every decision, every action that we take affects every other area of our life. And we take that into account when we take actions, make decisions, and we do it beforehand. We also saw that we can be intentional by making the choices further in advance than we typically do. That we don't react. Instead of looking 3 seconds ahead, we look 12 seconds ahead so that we can anticipate the things that might happen when we make the decisions that we make. And then we avoid making those, or we minimize the effect by doing something different. And we vision what that future is going to look like. And my challenge to you is this, that when we use these principles, we can live a more intentional life, and we can achieve anything that our minds can conceive. Thank you all very much.